Monday. I am Nikki. This is Nikki's Live, Laugh, Love Tarot. How are you all today? I hope you had a nice Valentine's Day. It was a quiet one for me. I wanted to get on today. I'm going to wait till I have some people on here so I can start giving my messages, because last night was a nuts. Last night and the night before, it was crazy Friday, Saturday. Having trouble with my throat chakra today. So there's a lot to be said. I have definitely struggled. Yesterday I wanted to do a reading, but my angels and spirit guides are like, hold off. I didn't listen. I started a reading and I even recorded it. And I couldn't put it out because it just felt like I couldn't get anything yesterday. So I said, okay, I'm going to listen. First, let me do this. I want to say I rebuke any negativity. I return to sender. I'm not of the dark. I am somebody who is very spiritual, of the light. So in the name of Jesus Christ, I rebuke and break any hexes, curses, spells, any other evil thing that's being sent to me, not that I know of. I'm just doing that. I bless myself every day. I keep my boundaries good. I make sure I'm only working in the light. Now, with that said, because I struggled yesterday a little, my angels and spirit guides had to kind of like sit me down and say, remember what you know. Remember who and what you're here about. And I said, I got you. And they reminded me about something I learned a long time ago about this work. I believe in the Bible. I believe in all that. But let me explain something to you. This is something that we all can possess if we sit down and really listen. And what I'm going to say to the people that are the naysayers out there, do you believe in Jesus Christ? Did you believe he walked the earth? Same thing about Mary and Joseph and all the apostles. They were physical beings that walked on this planet at one time. Do you believe that? Do you pray to them? Do you talk to them? Congratulations, you're talking to the dead. That's it. We talk to them all the time. I know I do. What are you doing that for? Are you praying to them? Are you waiting for an answer? Congratulations, you're doing what I'm doing. It makes no difference whether it's them or the people that walk the earth trying to be good people, living their lives, and they cross over. They talk to us. Congratulations, you're a medium. Do you ever think about that? That's what the Spirit just said. Remind people who they pray to. Remind people that those people, those spirits, those beautiful souls that are Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, and all those people walked the planet at one point. They had a physical body at one point, and you pray to them. Why do you pray to them? Why indeed, right? That's what I wanted to say. I'm not here sacrificing chickens. I'm not out with voodoo dolls. Yes, the Bible talks about this stuff. There's no card on the planet that's going to make me do anything evil. Do you understand? That's what I needed to start off with today. I'm a little frustrated with the whole weekend because that's what brought me to the reading yesterday. And I heard, no, there's more to come. Relax. I said, okay. So here I am today. And today, so much messages are coming in today. There's a shift. So let me explain. I had some errands to run. I was going to get on. And I'm like, let me get my distractions out of the house. So I did. So here I am. 7, 8, 9. I got the 9 of Pentacles many times in the pre-shuffle, many times. There is a female involved. Now, I do know that they detained 3 people on Friday. I don't believe we're done with these people. I don't believe it because I keep getting more about this. The vehicle, the chariot came out a couple times. I know they've towed a bunch of cars. I do believe the car that they towed Friday night is going to be important. There's DNA in there, and I'm just getting there's DNA in there, whether it's a hair, whether it's something that's going to lead to a break. It could be anybody's hair. I don't know. Somebody's got DNA somewhere. Now, I know we're waiting on DNA. Don't get me wrong. I get this, okay? Car. We're making progress. The car that was towed, we're waiting to have definitive evidence. That's what I've got. I've got the 7 of Earth, which is planting seeds. They're trying to not plant physical evidence, whether that could be true or not, I don't know. 7, 8. 8 of Pentacles is working. They're working to make sure that what they come out with next is correct, that it's accurate, that we don't speak before we have the real facts. There was a bunch of crap that came out on Friday that was people on the scene. Some were diverted over here for the media, waiting on the ground. They're following the cops around. You know, I get it. There's people that are saying disinformation out there because they think they want to be right or they know what they saw. I don't know. But the moon in reverse, and I'm going to pull more cards. Don't worry. But this is what I got this morning. Okay. Moon in reverse. Things are that were hidden are now going to be exposed. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. And I also got, I was drawn to this card. This is the 9 of Pentacles in the upright. And look what she's got on her arm. A bird. I have been getting a lot of birds, but I heard, when do birds sing? When do birds sing? And then I'm like, fall in love, how do we fall? That's how I got that. I heard that song. It has nothing to do with love, but when do birds sing? Birds are singing, and I got the female. Now, I know it was a mother and a son that were detained. Maybe this mother is going to have something to say that's going to break it. I think she's feeling, or whoever this lady is that was detained, I'm getting the vibe that maybe she thinks something and doesn't know if it's related or not, and she's feeling like, ugh, this could be Nancy chirping in her ear. Remember when I said somebody's in her ear? I don't know. I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't know, but that came out 3 times. So that's important. So there's a female in this that's important. It's going to break it or break the case open, or I don't know. Got the 4 of Cups. And next to that, 4 of Cups. You've got the hand of God talking to this little person on the ground. 3 cups down here and a cup over here. This cup is being handed to the person like, look at me. So this could be, again, talking in someone's ear. Who's talking in the ear? Is it a spirit talking into an ear of somebody? I don't know. Cups, cups, cups. We got 4 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 10 of Cups in reverse. Okay? And then I was drawn to this card. This is, oh, by the way, this deck is just a standard Rider-Waite. I heard just use the standard deck. So the Rider-Waite deck, here it is. Look at this cup. Now we got the Catalina Mountains there. I'm thinking somebody dropped, turned their back, walked away. That's what I'm kind of picking up on that. 8 of Cups is turning your back, walking away. Turn your back, walk away. Okay? Next to the 4 of Cups. So there is something to be said about this. I don't know. Another 8. Okay? Another 8. 10 of Cups in reverse. This is the happy family in the upright, the 10 of Cups. Look at that. Happy, joyous, yay. Nope. Something's here in reverse. Something about, this is not, obviously, it's not good for the family. We get that. Okay? Now we got the Judgment. My throat chakra, I didn't do anything yesterday. I stayed home. I didn't drink anything. But my throat chakra is like I had a night out of partying. Somebody is struggling to speak. I don't know what this is. Judgment, though. Judgment's about to come in. Okay, so there's that. So I got another 8 of Cups, 8 of Earth, 88. Once again, more in 8s. Cancer heavily. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio heavily throughout this reading. Whether it's really water or water related. Now again, your astrological sun sign, the date and time that you are born is very important when you incarnate, because it's your whole blueprint is right there in the planetary realm. Okay? I would love to know the astrological signs of the players whenever they are found, because I'd love to know what their signs are, because I'm getting a lot of Scorpio, a lot of Cancer, a little Pisces, but water signs. Okay? It could be real water or it could be signs. I don't know. Don't know. And so I do believe they are waiting, the FBI and the police. That was a lot of presence on Friday. I mean, it's like you're swatting a fly with a hammer. What was that all about? I do believe the car that was towed away is very important in this. A car is going to be important in this, and I know there's cars all over that were towed. But I do believe Friday's car is the most important vehicle. They have to be able to be sure. They can only detain somebody for so long, and they got to arrest them. If you can't arrest them, and you do those little catches and release, you let them know you're onto them, and then you let them go. Well, where do they go next? Do you think they're just going to not watch where they're going? They're going to follow these people where they go, and who they talk to, the phones. Okay. I'm thinking possibly, I don't know if I got that too strongly, but maybe this female is the owner of that vehicle. And I think this person knows that maybe one of the persons or people that are involved took that car, and she knows the car was not in her possession that night. So maybe that's it. I don't know. But this female is somehow going to be an issue with this, whether it's her or somebody else. Don't know. But it's an earth energy, so it could be she is not the family. Again, I don't know anything. I'm just a reader. I hear stuff. Call it whatever you want. Let's get some. What are we going to find out today? Let's see what the next stop on this crazy train is. Angels and spirit guides, thank you so much for coming down and helping me figure this crazy story out. And I'm so grateful for all the people that are on the ground putting their energy into this. It is energy sucking for something that is very important for all of us. Again, lessons are going to be learned from all factors. Hug your loved ones, make sure they're safe. And for all those people, she shouldn't be left alone. Let me tell you, as a hospice worker, social worker, I go to people's homes constantly, and I'm looking around going, you probably should have a lifeline. I don't need that. These old people, they know what they don't want. Okay? They're not going to listen. They're going to do what they want. Even if they have it, they won't wear it. They'll throw it over here. I find it over there. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Don't go in the pool. What are you doing? They don't listen. Speaking of the pool, you really going to clean a pool? Did we look in the filter? Did we see what's in there? Why are you cleaning the pool? Who's there? Nobody's using it. I know these, I can't believe the pool cleaner didn't know. Like, see all these people around like going, what's going on? I'm just going to go clean the pool. Can't believe this, but we're going to find out. What are we going to find out next? Hi, everyone. Hope you're having a good weekend, holiday weekend, 3-day weekend for me. That's nice. All right, let's see what we got. 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups again, different deck. 3 of Cups in reverse, along with the 9 of Cups in reverse. They all came out upside down, so not happy. These 3 people are, whoever they were, whoever they are, the 3 involved are scared. They are very nervous. They're not happy right now because they thought they were smart. So again, more water, water cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, get him. I wouldn't be surprised if all 3 of them weren't water signs. 3 of Cups, 9 of Cups in reverse. Not happy. 3 of Cups in the upright is joy. Let's have a fun time. Not both of these are happy cards and they're in reverse. So either they don't like what's being seen, or they don't like the evidence that's coming out against them, or they don't like where this is going. Something like that. I do believe the card. I keep getting the card. I got the Chariot. Let's see if it comes out again. They're waiting. Stalling. I get skilled work is being done. Skill. This is taking a skill. They're gonna, I do believe, technologies. Let me talk about the pacemaker. I heard go back to the pacemaker. I have some knowledge about, because I'm in the medical field, about pacemakers, okay? My mother had a defibrillator and a pacemaker. She had a cardiac arrest at 49, had to have a quadruple bypass, so I'm very familiar with how pacemakers and defibrillators work. Her pacemaker was working so hard that she needed a new battery within 4 years of having it placed. I don't know when her pacemaker was placed, and I'm not a doctor, but I can tell you the battery life on those things, they run down. So if her heart has stopped and she didn't have a defibrillator, I haven't heard anything about a defibrillator, that's what shocks the heart after the pacemaker only paces the heart to keep it within a steady range of not going too high or not going too low. So I don't know when it had it placed. I don't know how often it was working, or if it was actually, I don't know. But the battery life on those don't last long. So it's been 2 weeks now. If the heart was stopped, whenever it did, if she's gone, which I pray to God she isn't, but I have a feeling going this just assume she is, okay? That pacemaker is working and it's firing and there's nothing being paced. So the battery is being used, constantly used. So how long is that battery life? I don't know. Don't know. If they're going to find it, then you got to think, is she underground? Is she in water? Like maybe. If she's been gone a while, the body's starting to decompose. I hate to sound morbid like that, but is the pacemaker going to be found outside of her, inside of her, an animal? Who knows? But they got to get certain ranges, and they don't make ranges large on those things, because if you're connecting, now again, my mother's passed a long time. It's been over 20 years. Technology's much better today. I don't know. Maybe they last 10 years. I don't know. But if it's firing, they're going to find her if they're close enough. So I don't know. Maybe this will be what breaks the case. I hope. Technology is going to break this case. If not, somebody's going to talk. That leads to technology breaking the case. They got to be able to prove where, and who. So they need to have actual positive proof, or else these people are going to walk. A person's going to walk. More than one. I keep hearing more than one. I think one of the 3 is going to crack. Definitely closing in. They're feeling the pressure. Okay. See what else. What are we going to get other than, what did I pull last? Oh, the 3 of Cups, 9 of Cups. Why is this like happening as far as this goes? The 3 of Cups. Why is the 3 and 9 of Cups? Again, you add them up, they're 11. It's gone on a while. Hi, everyone. I can't read because I'm far away and I'm old. So I can try to see. Now I look like a real old. Tell me you're old without telling me you're old. Yes, you are me there. I don't know. Thinking something. Okay. I love all your advice and your tips. I love all that. But I just definitely wanted to express how this is we all have these abilities. If you're listening to them and you pray to God, then you're a medium. You're talking to dead people, which is Jesus, Mary and Joseph, and all the apostles and the spirits and the angels. You're talking to dead people. Surprise. Hello, you're welcome. That's what it is. It's nothing bad. I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing pins on voodoo dolls. That's not what this is. Anything can be used in good, or anything can be used for dark. Religion's used for dark. You can go that way. I'm not saying no religion is wrong. I'm just saying how you use it, how you do it is wrong sometimes. If you don't do it in the light, then it can be not wrong. Okay. Let's see. Let's get some more identifiers of these three people. Okay. Now we got the Page of Swords in reverse. It's air signs. Page of Swords in reverse. Stalking behavior. Maybe these people looked and cased around, stalked. Again, I'm sorry, I talk fast. I will slow it down. I do have my closed captioning on. That should help. But when I channel, it's fast. My guides are fast talkers as well as me, because I want to get the information out. But when you have a Page of Swords in reverse, this is spying, people spying, watching. This could be them watching from where they are. People spying on Nancy before she was taken. I know they're going back to look at footage and stuff, but they had an eye on this. Now, if this was I don't get this, was a crime of opportunity. I don't believe they just randomly picked this house. It was planned. One person is a crime of opportunity. Multiple people is a planned event. That's what I was trying to say before. If you're planning something, you need help. You need more than one. Nancy was a small lady. So I believe there was the car that could have been the car they got. It's parked out of view, out of the way. Okay, I don't know who was in there, but I'm gathering it was somebody more than one. I don't know if there were 3 people on the scene, but 2 people were on the site. I gather there was somebody else that we don't have on camera, okay? So when they pulled these people over on Friday, if they're involved, I'm not saying they are, they didn't have enough to keep them. They didn't find a body in the car. They didn't see any clothes or anything that was on the perp that was visible. If it's not visible, there's trace DNA is what's going to solve this for vehicles. All right. I did get an Ace of Swords. I know it was off camera, but I did get it when I asked, is that the case? And I got the Ace of Swords as confirmation. So we'll hope that the car is going to solve this. Technology is going to solve this. Every vehicle has GPS. I do believe that's why Carlos was pulled over, because he probably delivered something in the neighborhood, and that was enough. That was enough to, I guess, do that. All right. What else do I need to know about Friday? Let's get some more information about Friday. It was a lot of presents on Friday for something so small, for like a big event no, we don't have nothing here. What? I was disappointed. I'm not gonna lie, I was disappointed. I was up Saturday or Friday night. I did see Brian for the second. It came across my feed because now anything that I'm doing that has Nancy's name to it is coming across my feed. I did see, and I'm like, oh, what's going on here? And I'm like, oh, raining. It was raining, a lot of rain on Friday. I'm like, oh no, please don't let something come washing up. But when they came and they put the little tents up on the car, that's important. They don't do that. So they thought they were going to find something in there that might not have been good because they know all the people around watching, following them everywhere they go. It's like storm hunters following around, except it's crime storm hunters. They're just moving everywhere, following these people. They're going to send the media over here while they go over here. So I think they're trying to, it's not a victory. Victory in reverse. Friday night, it was played out like we didn't have anything here because they don't want to release what they have, because that gives the people that they can't arrest time to flee. Again, not crossing the border because our border's secure, more secure than ever. So they're not going to try to run there. They're going to get caught there. They're on the lookout, of course, for the border. That would be the first place. So they're not going to go there, whoever these people are. Anything else? Not victory. We're not having any victory on this. That's what they want. I mean, the people that are keeping things close to the vest, they don't want you to think we have much. It's frustrating. I know. Where is the anything can just be coming out. Oh, I just got a little gnat flying around me. Again, there's a lot of information, a lot of things being speculated. We know that. We don't want to speculate anymore because people are frustrated. Yes. Okay. Knight of Pentacles, the Magician. Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady, wins the race. Thank you, Spirit. Amazing. Magician. Okay. Thank you. I just heard. We have everything we need to solve this. We're just waiting. We're just waiting. We're just waiting. We're honing in. Now, the Magician, if you know about this, the Magician here, this is Gemini energy. This Magician they have everything. They've got the Pentacle, they got the Cup, they got the Sword and the Wand. They have all the tools. They have all the information. I know they need more. I think they have everything that they need. Spirit is saying earth, pentacles are earth. We have everything tangible that they need to solve it, but they have to just put it together. They have to prove it. I think that's where we're at. They got to be able to prove it. They're not just gonna. I know the law in Arizona, they can't detain more than 48 hours, and they got to arrest. They don't have. They want to make sure that when they arrest the people, they got the right people, because this has been so mishandled, or at least seemed to be apparently mishandled. They don't want to make any more huge mistakes that the people won't have faith in the law system. Okay, all right. That's 222 I saw on. Thank you all that are watching. I appreciate you again. I'm Nikki, your conductor on the circus of the train that we're on. Major Arcana. This is the first. This is number 1 of the tarot deck, which means the leader of the deck, other than the Fool. The Fool is Aries energy. That is leaping of faith. We're past the leap of faith. We're past that, which means we're not just stabbing in the dark anymore. Now we've got what we need. I have a feeling we're going to hear more very shortly. I want to say we're going to make an arrest before we find Nancy. That's kind of the vibe. I know I say that a lot. It just automatically comes out of my mouth. I think we're going to have an arrest before we find Nancy. And I think the arrest will help lead to Nancy. But this female pentacle is going to have a role in that. This female lady here. Could be that. Could be. Who knows? Somebody's about to crack, like I said before. They're about to talk because it's easier to make a deal beforehand than if you help find, we'll make a deal. If we help find her, we'll make you a deal. So I'm kind of like that. Okay. Anything more? Should I pull anything else? This is the regular. Let's pull. Okay. Change decks. I got a little mini deck. This is another traditional Rider-Waite. Let's see if I can see any. I agree with your comment on speculation. Wouldn't doing tarot reading is making speculation. Yeah. Well, we all can have our thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put everything I can do to get. I'm getting to move today. I'm getting the idea to move, and we'll see what happens. Again, Spirit is only going to give you when it's right to give you the information. With this has to be. Everything is for a reason. Everything is going to be revealed. May not be right away at the speed that we want it to. I get it. Trust me, I want all kinds of things solved today, but I'm not in it. I don't know, but a lot of things are meant to be for lessons learned that we may not like those lessons. Many times I have to do things and I don't like the lesson that it's giving, but hindsight's 2020. So we're going to look back on this and go, I get it. A lot of it, we won't be revealed. A lot of this we're not going to know about because it has to hold up in a court of law. It'll seem strange. We won't know a lot. All we want is justice. All we want is to know is the right person that's did this goes to jail or gets held accountable and have her home. Good morning, everyone. It is morning time. Okay, so let's see what else. How long are we looking at now? I mean, how long till we have information? Let's just ask that. How long or what is around the waiting time? What are we going to know next? What's coming out next? Let's just get confirmation. Again, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. This is slow and steady wins the race. It's confirmation of earth energy that tangibly we're going to have something that's going to start moving, because in the upright is slow and it's a little bit faster. Now we're going to move a little bit faster. So that's good. Star in reverse. Okay. Aquarius energy. It's going to take some time, but they're making sure that it's the right information. All right. What else? Yeah. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. 2 Pentacles juggling. Now we're not juggling. I think, again, they don't want to make any more mistakes out in the public because there's so many eyes and so many people calling in the tip line. There's 30,000 tips I heard. Oh my God. You know how long it's going to take to get through all that? It's going to be a lot. But I think they have, along with the public's health, they're going to find it. This Friday is more to this. Let's find out more about that. Okay, what else is about Friday is important? What else about that? What happened on Friday? I believe this is we're on the right road with this. We're on the right path with these people, whether they have a hand in it or they know who did it. I think they're going to come up with more information. This deck likes to throw stuff out. Let's see. Oh, it's got to come out. 5 of Swords. Is it this way? Straight up? 5 of Swords. Okay. 5 of Swords. Okay, this is a small little card, so I like to put it up. 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is more water in the background here. Turning my back on, I'm done with this. Kind of this, like, I'm just had enough. I'm going to walk away. So again, there's a lot of stuff. There's 3 people. Oh, okay. I just said, look how many people are in this card. There's 3. Maybe two are starting to say, you know what, this is getting out of hand, and another person wants to keep going. Let's just keep going. And the other two are like, I don't think we should keep going. I think we should. It's almost, I'm feeling like I'm cornered. I get that vibe. I'm feeling like we're cornered. It's a matter of time. They've already done X, Y, and Z. We better start working with them. We better start saving our own ass. It's kind of the vibe. Save our own ass time. And one doesn't want to. One wants to go one way and the other two want to fold or something. Again, chatter, 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 chatter. Thinking, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I don't believe this was a crime of, I heard a crime of passion, but that isn't, 84 years old. I don't know. Maybe the people did something out of a crime of passion, but it's not about Nancy per se. They planned that. They didn't just walk into our yard going, looks like a nice yard to do it. No, this was a plan by somebody. And 2 out of the 3 are ready to fold. And one's like, no, we don't want to stick together like 3 musketeers. Okay. They're going back and forth about what to do. I think the FBI and the police are just like, it's only a matter of time. We'll be back. Again, you let them go and let them fret. You don't interfere with the enemy in the process of them hanging themselves. They're making mistakes that are going to catch up. Okay. I don't know how long this has been now, 26 minutes. Let me see if I can read any. Thank you all for your help. Thank you all. TMZ, let's talk about that. I don't know. I got my personal thoughts, which I don't want to project out there. That's another thing. I try to keep my thoughts on it and really hear what I'm hearing, because when there's smoke, there's fire, I heard. When there's smoke, TMZ, when there's smoke, there's fire. Something is off with this. We have not seen where are they? Where are the letters? Harvey's in this. Why is he in this? Why would you send letters to a news outlet? Because why? I don't get it. Is Nancy there? Where is she? I don't know. Is she up? Is she down? Is she in the pool? What the hell? Where is TMZ involved in this? What has he got to do with this? Let's see. TMZ letters, are they real? Well, I don't know if they're real or not, but they want us to believe they are real. I do believe, thank you. I just said one of them is, for sure. One of the letters, I believe, was sent by these 3 or whoever did it. They thought that would be a good way to hide or get it to be looked at like a abduction. Well, they thought maybe they can capitalize on some money, but they don't think they thought that through. Why is TME's got the 10 of swords? TMZ's got the 10 of swords again. 10 is completions. 10 is finish. This is, okay. 10 of swords is not, if you can believe it, the 10 of swords is better than the 9 of swords. 10 of swords is completion. 10 of swords is things are over. You couldn't possibly beat this dead horse. Okay. Beating a dead horse. That's what I heard. They're beating this with a dead horse. Is it real? Some of it is. Maybe not all of it. That's kind of that with this. Beating a dead horse. You couldn't kill this person any more than you got with all the swords in the back, right? Okay. It's gone. This person in this card is dead as a doornail. So why you keep putting the swords in the back? They're gone. Right. Why does TMZ keep putting this out there? I don't know. Why is this happening with them? Why are they involved? The devil. Capricorn energy, the devil. 3 people on this card too. Look, I'm going to just leave it at that. I'm not even going to say what I want to say on that, because who knows what's going on with this. We got the tennis. I asked about TMZ. Do your own deductions. This is we're going to do a little tarot school right here. How do you feel when you see it? When I asked about TMZ, what's going on? There we got the 10 of swords and this. Are they in it for again, devil is about the 7 deadlies, about attention, about lies, about whatever. I'm not saying that they are. That's not this is what popped out when I asked about it. So here we go. Harvey, what are you doing? So yeah. Temperance in reverse, patience at the bottom of the deck. No patience. No patience with letting this unfold. Again, muddying the waters possibly. One more about that. Do I dare? Didn't get any worse than the 10 of swords and the devil. And don't take this is just Devil is Capricorn energy. We know this. Well, maybe you don't, but it is in the deck. It's Capricorn planet is ruled by Saturn. These are major shifts that we're having in Saturn's and now Aries. Saturn left Cancer and moved into Aries yesterday or the day before yesterday. So now we've got Jupiter as the ruler of this card, which is outer planets. Being on the outside, trying to be relevant, maybe just trying to capitalize on this. I don't know. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's doing anything. It just means that motivated by not pure intentions. Let's just say that. Motivated by what can this do for me? The devil is about, devil's about luring you away from the light. So maybe I'm just saying, that's all I'm going to say about that. Because I don't. Hi, South Carolina. Nancy's going to be found maybe soon, but I have a feeling the perps are going to get called in with some evidence first. That's going to, I don't want to say there's evidence in the vehicle yet until there's going to be DNA that is going to be linked, that's going to pull in these people, and then we're going to find her. That's kind of the vibe I've got there, the feeling I got there. I say feeling, I don't hate the word vibe, I say it too much. All right. What else about the ransom notes? What is it? Why won't they show us? I've never had a ransom situation where even BTK, they showed us what he was writing. They showed us. It was in the newspaper. We got to see it. Why can't we see this? That's my question. Why aren't we seeing these letters? One of them was fake because the dude got arrested. So we're about the other. It's all over the place. I think you're going to have some copycats. Yeah, here it is. King of Swords in reverse. This is Harvey right here. This is somebody who wants to be, this one who knows a lot. This one is pretending they don't. They know, but I don't think he really gets. He's trying to be relevant in this. That's pretty much, at the very least, he's trying to be relevant in the story in some way. I don't know how TMZ's, I know they're a news outlet. I just find this very interesting that the news wants us to give the truth, and a lot of times the news lies to us. Oh, you want us to tell you the truth, and you want us to help you? That's kind of the vibe. You want us to help you, the news? Okay, I want to help too, but you lied to us for many years. Now it's rich that you want us to help. Let's see. TMZ. Anything more on TMZ? All right, here it is. It fell upside down. The Emperor in reverse, Aries energy. The Emperor is in reverse is not a very forthcoming fellow. Let's just say that. I'm not projecting. This is the cards. These are not my opinions. I can have an opinion. I don't want to throw, because I don't want to put out negativity, but there's nothing good about what TMZ is about in this. I don't know. That's all I can say. There's something off with this. That's as much as I should say about that. I don't watch them. I just know that he's continually coming on and going, look, we got another note. And now they just want 50. And then they'll do this. And then really, if you have information, just give it. Get the money and just, here it is. Here she is. Here's these people. Can I have the money now? Why you gotta extort? I don't understand what this. I think that has a lot to do with who's got her. There is one of these notes that was valid. That's what kind of what I'm picking up. One of the ransom notes was correct. And I don't know if the others are related or not. At least maybe two, one for sure. But the other one was, the first one, no. The second two, maybe. And then where is the family? Where are they? Do we, we have questions. That's all I'm saying. We have questions. I don't understand about that piece of it with the notes. We got the notes and Harvey over here, and we got the FBI and the police over here, and the family somewhere, maybe in Florida and under wraps. I don't know. Again, if you have knowledge, just come out and give it. Why do you got to put a note and put yourself in a federal felony situation now where you're extorting from the family instead of trying to help? That's all. Not saying that's what TMZ is doing. I'm just saying whoever's sending these notes or emails, why haven't we seen them? Let the public help. Let the public help. Why aren't you letting us look at this? We've got a lot of smart people out there. Okay, so let's see where the families, what's the energy around the family? I'm sure they're beside themselves. What's the energy around the family right now? I'm sure they are having a hard time. Why don't you want to tell me? Let's see. Okay, King of Cups, more water. In the upright though, okay, that's positive. They're definitely in their feelings. King and Queen of Cups. Oh boy, all right. We have a divine match, which is a divine couple. We got a King and Queen of Cups here. Okay. Asked about what their emotion. They're in their emotions. King and Queen of Cups are definitely in their emotion. They're in their emotions about this for sure. It's a couple. They're married. They're in their emotions. They want everything to come out as much as possible, but we're not really forthcoming, and they're not showing themselves. I don't understand that. So I get it. Maybe you don't want to be on. Let's pull back from this deck. What's the energy around the family? Can I get confirmation? We have more water, more Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, the energy of the family. You know who I don't pick up a whole lot in this? This is the brother Cameron. You know, I haven't heard from him either. Where is everyone? Star in reverse. Losing their faith, losing their hope. Star in reverse. The star in reverse is pouring into the earth. They're done, I gather. That's when I asked about the energy of the family. They're done giving into, like they're done. I get the feeling like they're done just believing in things. They're having a hard time believing in this situation is going to be resolved. They're losing hope. That's what I got last night too. They're losing hope. Let's see, the ransom notes you're referring to of one being fake and the other being you can rest public for over a week. I wish I could, man, because I could use $100 grand. I wish I knew. I would love to see the notes because, again, I'm a behaviorist by trade. I study behavior. I don't believe that the guy at the door is the mastermind. Like keep saying, whoever this dude at the door is, he's not the mastermind behind this. He was just somebody who was sent in to do whatever this was, but he didn't think it up. He's involved in it, obviously, because he's there. I don't believe he wrote any of those notes. It's whoever else has thought it up is the one who put that out there, and they came after the fact. So I can't believe that was the intention all along. I do believe there's a bigger motive in the house. There's something again in the house. Let's see what's that. Okay, let's try this. Let's see what kind of evidence they got from the house. Let's go back to the house where they pulled evidence out. What is that going to say? Because that they took from the house. So let's see what evidence, what DNA or what evidence did they have from the house? What is that about? Can I get at least an idea of who that is or what that is? It's got to hit the table, please. 6 of Cups in reverse. It's not the families, because this is familial. This is knowing, being family from the past. This is fresh. Whatever this was, they've got evidence that is not the families. We know this. More water energy. Jesus with the cups. I can't even tell you. All my decks have hundreds of cards, but all cups are coming out. I don't know what that is about. Don't know. What is it about? What is it that they're gonna? I was told. Hold on. I was told to look at what the cup that they're holding. There's young kids in this card, so maybe it's somebody young. I got not a child. There's not a child involved, but younger than the people that we're thinking of. So they may have found this is something to do with the person at the door because he was younger. They didn't really, the dude that looks like he's in his maybe 30s. Is this about the person at the door? Is that what they pulled from the house? They found DNA from maybe the glove or whatever from the person that they think is the one that broke in, like the guy from the door. Is that what it's related to? The person around the door? Is that the DNA that they picked up? 7 of, hey man, 6, 7. That's an inside joke. 7 of Cups. Possibly. Yeah, there's a lot of things here. They're looking at 7, they're running 7, possibly 7 different DNAs that they are going to try to link to it. Maybe 7 is something important with this. I got 6, 7. I also got 7, 8, 9. So they're making progress. So that could just be what it is. 6 and 7. I can't believe I got the 6 and the 7 back to back. I don't know. I'm being drawn to that little lizard. This is not good. This is somebody that's not mentally, this person is not mentally well. Whoever this dude at the door is, I don't believe he's got like a formal education. Whoever the DNA, okay, thank you. I heard he's not smart, like a gardener or something. Like he pulled it's very important to go back to what he pulled. You take what's around you and he pulled flowers. Does that sound smart? No. Why did he do that? Not very bright. And again, look what they got, flowers, and she pulled flowers from the ground there. I don't know what those flowers are called. Okay, this person has something maybe to do with agriculture, like something to do with maintenance, gardening, weed whacking, I don't know, something like that. But then we also have, there's more flowers here. Again, not very bright. I think this person is not like slow or something. I don't know. Somebody who could be manipulated to do something like this. Don't know. Queen of Cups again, female. Motivated by women, motivated by a woman, doing it because maybe whoever is involved in this, that's the female, this dude at the door was enamored by or liked a lot or felt like they felt some kind of connection with that, or maybe it was Nancy they felt some kind of connection with that. I don't know. I got a boatload of cups. A boatload of cups. This is the process that I just sit here and I'm like, what is happening? So I think there's a card over here by itself. 7 of Pentacles. Okay, we got, sometimes that'll happen, or I'll just see something over here that I picked up and missed. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. 7 of Pentacles is waiting. Now we're not going to be waiting much longer. So I think we're going to get some more answers. Again, the stupid water everywhere. Water everywhere. I get it rained a lot on Friday. It could be simple as that. Again, I sometimes read too much into stuff and it's the simplest things. That's kind of what I heard. Reading too much into it, it's so simple. So please tell me how simple it could be, because I'm not getting it. There's so much that, okay, the simplest of things are going to be missed. And then now maybe that's what it's going to solve. But that could be that too. Oh dear. Well, how long we got now? How long we've been on? 41 minutes. I've been reading. Boy, time goes by fast when I'm doing this. So let's see. We got any other questions? Second raid department. A very young guy, looks like he wasn't mentally well. Oh, okay. Well, again, you can't be mentally well to think you're going to get away with something like this. Number one. Number two, his actions, he was so slow going on that porch, going, like, really? How would you think flowers? First of all, any smart person would know no flower is going to sit there, even with no breeze. It has no weight to it. What makes you think that's going to stay? It's so stupid. I don't know. IQ is low. Okay, I don't know what, I should know, being a social worker, what mental acuity levels and numbers are. I think he's going to be on the low IQ, like his IQ is low. And I do believe maybe he was talked into this, to do this, thinking he would get away and nobody would know, because maybe whoever sent him in there told him, look, cameras, they aren't connected to anything, you'll be fine, no one will know who you are. And the ski mask, that I think they need to be focusing more on not the backpack, but the mask. Where the hell do you get ski masks? You know what I mean? I even maybe posted that somewhere. I'm like, where do you get a ski mask in Arizona? You know, again, who knows? I also, like, maybe he wore clothes from, like, I still have clothes that I had from 10 years ago. So I love how they assume you're just going to go run out and buy this stuff and have it on hand and they're going to know it. What if they're using old stuff from before, like from their house from years ago? I don't know. But the ski mask is not something that I would think would be something you'd want in Arizona. Unless I'm in a southern state, and I do see a lot of these people that mow yards. They'll wear stuff over their face to keep the dust and the debris out from inhaling dry grass and stuff. So maybe, again, go back and see. I'm sure they're thinking of this. Any landscaping businesses, any lawn mowing companies, although there's not any lawns, I would think, in Arizona, but anything that is dusty, what are we doing that's creating dust that we would need? I mean, that looks more like a ski mask that would use in the wintertime, I guess. I don't know. Let's see, what other, hey, for anyone, how can double the screen to video for her? I don't know, I can't read. Again, I'm old school, let me look. Hired hit, yeah, hired hit, possibly. This person I don't believe he's done this many times, whoever this dude is. I think this may be the first time he's decided to roll out into that. Could be. Again, who would hire, like, 3? I keep hearing 3. This is not a random thing. We all know this. It doesn't seem random. But this dude would need help to carry. He's not tall. He's medium built. How could you carry even, I don't want to say dead weight because that's insensitive, but any type of weight outside without help. I think there was a getaway driver on the side. I think there was somebody that was like, you go assess it. Like, you go first. I'll be here. And maybe they were out running around in the back. I don't know. But there was another person, I believe, on the site that was off camera or wasn't picked up on. But I do believe that car, I keep going back to the chariot, going back to the vehicle. I think there will find something in there that will tie somebody to the night of, whether it's the blood there or whatever they found inside the house is going to be also found in the car or something like that. Okay. So I think I've pontificated enough. I'm rambling now. I'm feeling the energy pull away. So let's get an angel. Let's get some blessings from my readers who are here. Thank you so much for all my new followers. I get wonderful. I can't respond to everyone. I thought I could, but it's getting out of hand. So if I don't respond, it's not because I don't love and care for you all. Let's see what the angels and spirit guides want to partake in wisdom on the way out of this. Just again, going back to my previous reading about taking care, not running yourself down to the point where you're not living your life. This could take a while. It could be resolved right away, but this could take a while. I did say something like the 8th day, maybe March 8th, we'll have everything. Again, like I said before, I don't know. I have to learn to just say what I hear and not put my intuition or put my own thoughts into it, because it may be wrong. And that's the thing. Hindsight is 2020. What I do know from previous readings that I've ever done or have had done for myself, I've had mediums read me. I can't read myself. I don't know, because I'm not meant to know some things, but they will only give you so far out, because free will and all those things, and they can only see so far ahead, and they'll just give you what you need, nothing more. They only give you what you need and nothing more, because they don't want to interfere with your life lessons. They don't want to interfere. They don't have control over a lot of these things. They want you to do it yourself. So what I do know in the readings that I've had amazing readings that I were like, what is this? During the reading, I think it's something, and then a few years later, I'm like, oh my God, it was this. I just didn't know that because I didn't have that information at the time, but the spirits, they let me come upon it, and they know that we'll get it eventually. So there's a lot of this that we won't get until we find all the facts, until it all comes out, then we can tie it back to anything. So again, a lot of this is stuff that I put out that doesn't make sense, that will make sense later. That's why I recorded it. That's why I did that, because I want to prove to myself that I'm hearing what I am hearing. It's not, I'm trying to trick nobody. I don't want to trick nobody. I just want to know that what I'm hearing, this is as confusing to me as it is to you. If I could pull all this out, I'd have a television show and I'd be all around. But no, this is just to pick up on the energy that's out there. I'm picking up what's already been done. I'm picking up on what has already been set on for judgment. I'm just trying to figure it out like you all. And again, it's out there for everyone. We just got to put it together. And there's lessons in the meantime. And this is the best lessons are learned by experiencing it. You can tell people all the time until they go through it. Most people will tell you, like, I didn't think about, it's like when you have a car, you buy a car and you're like, I see a bunch of different brands on the car, like a Subaru, let's just say that. You buy a Subaru, now you're seeing Subarus everywhere, and you can relate to it because now you own a Subaru. When you experience things, then you understand what it's like to be X, Y, or Z. Now you're like, I picked this up now, and your attention's, there's a word for it, I don't know what it is, but now you're paying more attention because you've experienced it. Same thing with this. Now that we've gone through this won't happen again. Our loved ones will be cared for. We're going to make sure our parents are secure and safe, and they're seeing it too, and now they understand from their perspective and our perspective of why we got to lock the door, why you might need a life alert. Now you need to wear it, Dad. You don't want to be ending up like this. And I don't care how rich or poor you are. It doesn't matter. You have no idea what people are after anymore. I stupidly forgot to lock my front door the other night. It happens. It was a mistake. I thought it was somebody came behind me and I didn't shut the door. I forgot to look and it was open all night. I said, things like that happen. It can happen. Rare that someone's going to break in that night, but it can happen. And then again, things can go off the rails because I left the door open, and people are like, why didn't you lock the door? Well, I normally do. You know what I mean? So things can happen like that. So just know that accidents happen, but this is going to help others. No, doesn't mean people need to put their parent in a facility because they can't live alone. They just have to understand and be more aware of their surroundings. Understand that it can happen to you. It can happen to anybody at any time, especially like with dangers in the home. You can be at home and things can happen, and they will believe that they're fine. I'm not gonna fall in the pool. I'm not gonna fall and break yeah, it can happen. Autonomy versus safety. Autonomy versus safety. Again, those things are constant with my patients and families. They have to weigh the risks and the benefits. You don't want to take the same thing, taking keys away from the old people. That's a fun conversation. Dad or mom, you can't drive anymore. But then now their freedoms are taken away. Their independence is a big thing. You don't want to take people's independence, but at the same time, until it happens to you, that's what the point I'm going around about. Until it happens to you, you don't understand what it's like for someone to not be able to drive anymore, or to lose their vision, or to not be able to walk. I hear it all the time. Well, if I can't walk, I just want to die. Well, you'll feel differently. When you're in a wheelchair at 70, you're not going to want to die. Nobody wants to be sick. Nobody wants to be in a wheelchair. Nobody wants to have their freedoms taken. That's kind of what's going on here. She was alert. She was oriented, Nancy, had her own home. She had perfect. She didn't need to have She probably she had health issues, but she wasn't somebody, if I went to assess her, she wouldn't have been appropriate for anything. She could have gone to an independent living situation. Those are nice places, but it's not like having your own home. I hear this conversation constantly. I don't want to give up my home. I get it. I don't want you living with me either. They don't want that. They don't want someone moving in with them. And they don't want to move away into somebody else's home either. That's the biggest thing. They don't want to. So I don't agree with people that saying she shouldn't have been at home alone. This could have happened whether she was with somebody or not. It doesn't matter where she was. It doesn't matter if you had somebody living with you. Maybe it would have deterred the person thinking she wasn't alone in there. Could have. But most people will take that risk is what I'm saying. Okay? I know that was all over the place on that, but that's my personal thought. Just, again, you will feel differently when you're that age. Are you going to want to move in with a family member? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe they got young kids and you don't want to be around. I can't wait for grandkids, but guess what? I'm not going to want to live with babies again. I'm done with that stage of my life. You appreciate the quiet as you get older. I really appreciate the quiet, but now that I'm older. All right, healthy lifestyle. Once again, going off of what I'm just saying, being healthy, making sure you're taking care of your body, making sure you don't focus too much on things that aren't, in your immediate circle. Focus on what you have control over. We don't have control over any of this. I guess with the age of technology today, again, compassion came back again. I think I got this last night, but I didn't post that reading. Having compassion for the situation and the people involved. I am so grateful for those people that are running this every day. That poor dude on the ground, Brian, I think he's the only one that is really doing the right thing and being responsible with what he's reporting. That dude hasn't slept in 2 days, and I watch him and he's like, I'm tired and I'm getting some sleep. So that poor dude, that dude needs a raise. That's independent journalism, I think, is the wave of the future. There is hope for news to be real and to be honest through this dude, and hopefully that could be what's the bigger picture here. Paying attention to what's real and not what's fake. We've got Brian over here and we got TMZ over here. That's what I'm being told to say, not my opinion. I'll just say it's my opinion. We've got this over here and then we got independent journalism over here. Who are we going to choose to believe? Who do we want to watch? Who are you gravitating to? Again, not everything that's through the tell you a vision is real. Okay? Have compassion more for the people running the show that are on the ground, that are running DNA, that are going and taking stuff out of the house and running through the desert and looking around and all that stuff. People that are the unsung heroes. Archangel Zedekiel, soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved. Correct. There are good people out there that are people you'll never hear about that are going to work on this case, that have help in doing this. So my heart and my prayers go out to all those people that are putting their life on the line every day and putting out information to make sure that this gets solved. And then again, the healthy lifestyle. Eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. I'm guilty of this as well. But again, your health is all you have. They're saying to repeat that again for new followers. Health is all you have. You don't have anything unless you got your good health. Because you could, again, have money, but you can't enjoy your money if you're in the hospital or you're sick or that's irrelevant. Money is necessary to live, but it's not what causes happiness. So again, I hope that helps. And let me see if anybody is giving them, okay. Giving grace, thank you. Giving grace is important. To give grace to the people that make mistakes in this, even the sheriff. I get it. Everybody wants to be the hero in this. That's also what I picked up. Everyone wants to break the case so they could say they solved it. We all want to find her alive. Hopefully, we want her found. I think at this point, we just want her back no matter what it is so we can understand why. The why is going to come out. She will be found. I know that. I don't know when exactly, but I do believe we're one step closer, even though it felt like we took 3 steps backwards on Friday. I do believe they're honing in. Judgment is here. That's pretty much all I got for today. 54 minutes. I try to keep it under an hour. I go live every now and then now because I realize I can get it out easy, faster than trying to upload a 54-minute video, because that I'll just be sitting here watching it, circle it. Oh my God. Takes forever because I got the energy this morning to get it out, and then I had a couple errands to run, and that's why I said to just do live, because I know it's immediate. Things are breaking very quickly all the time, and I do believe that the police and the FBI are working together now, probably more than they were before, although I know that some things went
to a lab in Florida, but I do hope they're going to be able to tie it. You know, Spirit's saying it doesn't matter. They're going to find it out because they're going to get the answers regardless, because at this point, we just want to know what happened. I don't know if we're going to find her alive. I want her to be found alive. I'm getting the vibe that I already told you that we should probably cross. I just want some kind of evidence going to show that she's crossed, whether that's just DNA, more DNA, you know, we're going to find it. Again, the water is prevalent here. Water again, cancer, heavily cancer. So I'd like to know the signs of whoever they do pick up, because I'd love to know it's a water sign. That would corroborate that. Again, I'm not a detective. I just hope that this is helping in some way. We're going to find out. All right, everyone, I'm going to say strength, peace, and love to all of you. Again, my little peace rock. I'm so glad I got this. I got this on Friday or Saturday night or Thursday night when I went out to this. This was a great grounding, making sure that we take care of our bodies, making sure that we love and hug our loved ones. Don't leave any grudges. I'm going to repeat what I said from the last reading. Don't leave grudges. Don't leave things unsaid. Say your goodbyes. Say I love yous. Whatever you need to do to make sure that you, thank you, I love you all, and making sure that you don't have any, any regrets, because that's the worst. The shoulda, woulda, couldas will kill you. You know, just understand that. That's most important, is to love your loved ones and to make sure that you take the time to take care of you. It's okay to put yourself first. And again, pray to your gods, pray to your loved ones, pray to Jesus, and you're a medium. That's what I was saying before. We all have this gift, and when you pray to whoever you pray to, especially Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, all those people that walk the earth, you're acting like a medium. That's what I'm saying. You're talking to those people. So that is not a bad thing to do. I'm not encouraging any dark forces. I rebuke that all the time. I'll be the first to say it. I don't dabble in those. There are cards that are real dark. There are dark arts that go on like that. I agree. That's what the Bible was talking about. That's not what I'm about. What I do is all about love and light. And what I do, like I said, there's no card that I pull that is going to be evil in any way. Cards are not evil. What you do with the information and how you are as a human being is evil, as you can see by the situation that we're reading about today. So I hope you understand that. Please keep the faith. We will get there. And I will continue to my regularly scheduled programming of readings for everybody soon. I just keep getting pulled to do this. I'm trying to get away from it, but I keep getting rolled into it because there's a reason why my spirits are forcing me out into the light with this. They want to, it's like when you have a child that you know is good at doing something and they don't want to go, and you're like, but you're really good, you need to do it. That's what that's where I'm at. I'm like, all right, let me go make a fool of myself on a public spectacle, since I put myself on stage anyway. So I hope that's been helpful to you. Love and God bless to all you. I will come back when I have more. Again, I just really hope she's found safe. That's my ultimate bottom line. And I love you all. Again, thank you for liking, sharing, and hyping, because that can help me get the message out to somebody who may hear this or see this that has information that can get it to the FBI that's closer to the case, because I am not close to the case. I'm not in the state of Arizona. So again, what I say can't be proven until after the fact. A lot of the stuff can't be proven until after the fact. And I don't have a map that shows right here, look right here. I don't have that. Again, I would love to have $100,000. I would be the first to drive. I'll get on a plane. I'm almost like to the point where I feel like, let's get on a plane and let's all go and try to figure this out and do a ground search ourselves. It's almost like, give me that map. Let me go look. That's how I feel anyway. So I love you all. I will see you again shortly. I will try to get on again. There's no school on Monday, so I'm going to be trying to get on when I can get some peace and quiet in my home. And God bless you all. I will see you again very shortly. Take care.